Okay, so I call you and it immediately connects. But if you call me first, it doesn't want to. I hate Discord.
I mean, I push Discord. I use a VPN for Discord because if I don't,
I mean,
for
I
some
do
reason
too.
it crashes. Or it doesn't crash. It just won't.
I mean, I do too, but it's still freaking irritating.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's up? I only got a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm just playing Call of Duty, man. So,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. I'm a fucking professional Call of Duty player. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the fucking bunny call was terrible. I think I said that to you in the news. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's still not good, but I don't think it's like people are comparing it to Rosa call, and I don't think it's
they compare every call I'm in, regardless of who it's to or why, to the Rosa call. They're desperate for a new one. Look, that wasn't an accountability call. That was I'm pissed and I'm gonna tear this person's face off because they're being a freak and they will not go away.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell you, they're kind of they are a freak. I do have to say most of the people you have these calls with end up being like mentally inept,
insane.
It's just mentally disabled in a way. I don't know.
Not all of them are disabled. Some of them are just lunatics.
Yeah, I'm not saying all mentally disabled people act like that, but most of your fucking what's it called? Most of your villains, whatever, enemies, seem to be like mentally retarded in a way.
Or obsessive. Or kid touchers. What a wonderful rogues gallery.
Yeah, I would say the obsessive part. Very, very true. Because, like, this bunny chomp person, despite being, like, autistic, and I think she said OCD, I think that it is not an excuse, but I think it's sort of understandable when that's probably the first environment they've been in, where they're getting attention from people like that. So they just love the attention. So I think that is, I don't know, I'm not saying they're attention seeking, but I think that it shows their hyperfixation that comes to
I think in some cases, what I'm dealing with in certain situations are people who have gotten along their entire life being manipulative pieces of garbage, and this old man calls them out, publishes a call, and they actually don't know what to do, so they obsess and try to get their get-backs in the most deranged ways possible.
I don't think they're manipulative. I don't think these people, like, looking at, like, Bunny like, hearing Bunny Chomp speak, it's like, and same with Rosa, honestly, like, those two examples, I don't think they manipulate people. Like, Rosa especially, because Rosa has, like, you know, the fucking, like, guardianship and everything as a grown woman. Like, I don't think she is capable of manipulating people like that, other than if she used her disabilities for that reason.
No, she actually is. While Rosa obviously has the cognitive impairment, she's actually proven she can 100% be a malicious individual who can actually plan things out, and she has unironically doxed several people.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying, yeah, but I'm not saying she's capable of manipulating people. I feel like it'd be too obvious. Again, there's a reason that call happened. Whether it shows you in a good light or not, there's a reason it happened. So, like,
well, when it comes to Bunny
I don't know why you have so many autistic people in your rogues gallery.
I don't. You think I know? I don't even know why. Dude, there have been so many times yeah, but I don't know why. Like, there have been times, like back in the days of Senate, heck, even now, where I'm literally just in call chilling, and some lunatic shows up to try to, like, do the old West gun smoke nonsense. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just talking about Transformers. Oh my god, why are you here?
No, that's fair. Again,
but have you watched the stream I did about Bunny Chan a couple days ago?
I watched you like go. No, I don't think I did. No, I watched the one you did about Beanskis. Which, like, the Beanskis situation, to be fair, I think your community is in the wrong for the Beanskis situation. Looking into that, I think Beanskis is obviously a timid little man. Like, I think he deserves some sort of apology. And I know you didn't really fuck with him, but it was.
Oh, I'm not. He doesn't deserve an apology from anybody. He's not some timid little man. He's a manipulative piece of garbage who uses his life as a shield.
Well, I don't know.
Beanskis does.
Well,
I will not
get into that before the Bunny Chunks, because I really don't know anything about Bunny Chan, other than the fucking poll that just came out. But, like, Beanskis, I really don't know what he did other than, like, your mods, like, getting mad at him for just talking back. Because from what I saw with going through, like, Hidden's video about him, because she made an hour, like, 20-minute long video about him. Which is crazy to make that long video about, like, a glup shitto, like a nobody. Like, I'm a nobody. right? But like,
everybody's somebody's nobody.
Yeah, so like I didn't understand that, like, because to my knowledge, Beanskis doesn't have like an online presence other than like Discord. He doesn't have a channel, all that. So it's very weird. So it felt targeted just towards like a Discord user that like pissed her off. Essentially, is the way I think of that. But like
it's a Discord user.
Oh, good.
I'm not even going to argue semantics. It's a Discord user who's a manipulative piece of garbage who does the suicide sympathy baiting nonsense that we're all kind of tired of.
That I don't even think it was suicide baiting, because like he had the diagnosis. Like he clearly went to the ER over it. And he did show the paperwork for it. Like I think in the moment.
When did they go to the ER?
I don't have it on hand, but.
Okay, like, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever had suicidal ideation?
I can't legally say yes.
Oh, my apologies. I remember now. Okay.
But no, I don't think I have. I haven't had like genuine suicidal ideations now. Like,
no, my point is, it's an 11-day gap.
Yeah, no. Do I think I can't say he lashed out. I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy like that to say that like, oh, he was doing this to lash out and get back at you guys. But looking at the situation, there was that whole community in the Discord that I would say harassed and bombarded him, even when he was like conceding points. Like, yeah, you know, he was talking about like the bearded dragon thing, and they're like, "Oh, you're a terrible pet owner. You're abusing your bearded dragon." When all he said was like, "Yeah, it's a baby. It doesn't need that big of a container right now." And they're like, "Yeah, well, you need to get him a bigger container. That's animal abuse." And he's like, "Yeah, when it gets bigger, yeah, I'll buy him a new container." But then people in your community were still hammering him as a bad pet owner. So that's when he got.
Wait, hold on. Back up.
It was Senate.
My community?
That was in the Senate, wasn't it? That was pre-Cat's, like, Cat's Dim.
Are you talking about the... Oh, okay, we're talking about the Google Doc, right?
I'm just talking about his experience, like, within that. So, that was in the Senate server, wasn't it? Like, prior to... So, like...
The doc... No, I don't think that specific conversation you're talking about was in Senate. I think that was in Guap, and that's in the Google Doc, which is not a server I run or own in any way, shape, or form.
I mean,
there are people I know in there. They're friends of mine.
Yeah,
but I think here's the thing: if you take issue with how they talked to them about the lizard, whatever, but I don't think that they were treated poorly in terms of reaction to how they act, because Bean Skies unironically just sympathy baits people, and that's been proven multiple times. So I'm not going to sit here and let the violin be played for Bean Skies, especially considering the level of manipulation and dishonesty they demonstrated when being called out about things, and especially how they responded to when I did my stream about them, where they unironically go into a server full of children talking about their ideation, wanting one of the kids to come at me about it, and then I find out later on they were talking about their sex life in front of these kids.
Okay, yeah, see, I wasn't aware of that part. But I think what led up to, like, him not liking you on that part is, I wouldn't say reasonable, but, like, I understand it. Again, because I know Hidden was, I think Hidden was a big part of it. And he, like, went to our DMs, he's like, yeah, like he tried to take it out of, like, the group chat and just, like, tried to talk to her one-on-one. I think it was Hidden, who he had the DMs with. Which then it got very hostile in the DMs. Like, I just think, like, he's clearly, again, like, as most of the people, like that for some reason beef with you, either is autistic or is, like, just socially inept. Like, he's a very timid little guy from the sounds of it.
The funny thing is, I didn't have any direct issue with, like, this individual one-to-one until they started just randomly freaking out about me. Because the one call I had where they were involved, where we were trying to, like, get them to stop the behavior. Like, genuinely, it was a calm call where they're like, hey, you need to stop this. This isn't good. The way you're treating people is awful, using your life as a bargaining chip, yada, yada, yada. This was in late Senate, so I don't know if I have that call linked around. I haven't seen that happen when I was at work. So the only person who would have it is gone now, but whatever. Where that's my interaction with them up until they started running around during the drama last year saying, I'm a victim of Lio in Senate. I didn't do dick to that person. And then, when the issue with Guac happens, they try to throw that on me. My entire statement in that entire back and forth was Transformers sure are neat. I wasn't involved with literally anything else there. So I'm going to bully them. I'm going to make fun of them for being a dishonest, skeevy little weirdo. And they can cry about it. I don't care.
So in the one call you had with him, what was it about?
It was about the fact that they were using their life as a pawn to get what they want from people.
Okay. So what you're saying is he's putting all this blame onto you about something that wasn't even which from the sounds of it, which I'll have to look into it and verify, unless you have like the stuff to verify that, like that it wasn't even in your community, like what originated.
Technically it did, because it was in Senate. Well, actually it's harder to pin down because I don't remember how much of this was outside of the server versus what was inside. I'd recommend trying to get to some better first-person sources, because all I have is what I recall, and that was more of somebody else's rodeo. I was tangentially involved, but I wasn't like directly. Okay. And they wound up leaving the server, coming back, trying to cause problems. They got banned. Then all the shenanigans happen. Then his video comes out, and they get banned from Cope for literally the exact behavior we were telling them not to do, and we got onto them about before. So it's a consistent pattern for them, and you can ask Beckett about that if you need to. Okay. And then they put out that Google Doc, and I bully them.
Okay, no, that's fair. I think, I think then it's hard to say that there's any accountability that needs to come from you regarding the situation. But nope. I do say, again, like, looking at the original, stuff that supposedly from his doc that, like, originates, and Hidden's video, too, I do say, watching Hidden's video at the beginning of it, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it seems very aggressive towards him, even when talking about, like, the bearded dragon stuff. Being like, oh, he's dismissive, he's not taking our feedback, he's just getting very defensive about it when he's not. He's like, yeah, I'll get a bigger container when the lizard gets bigger. Right? But they're trying to paint him as, like, in that first moment that he is being, like, a dismissive, like, argumentative, like, freak. When clearly it isn't the case, and the DM's even, or in the, what's it called, the log she was even showing. So, but that's fair. I think if he's targeting you over it, it is a little silly if you only ever had, like, maybe one conversation with him directly, and you weren't, like, a sole contributor to, like, the quote-unquote harassment he was receiving, right?
The thing is that fair to say? Even if I was involved in that, even if I was involved with that, I'd stand by it.
Oh, I mean, I think that's not understandable, but I would say I kind of get that. Because these are people in your community, so I think defending them is normal.
Not just that, it's that, well, you also have to keep in mind, not even inherently to defending, right? I'm trying to be as good faith with people as I literally can be. Because, let's be honest, there have been plenty of past times where I haven't been as good faith as I should have been, and I assumed the worst when it wasn't accurate, or I've let idiots get in my head. So I try my best to be as good faith as I can. Sometimes I fail at that. I'm not going to deny that, but I do try. But when it comes to Bean Skies, any good faith I could have had got wiped away a long time ago concerning how they behave. We warned people about how they act, and those people had to find out the hard way.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to Bunny Chan, I would implore you to look at the first video I put out about Bunny Chan. It's hard to listen to in some cases because my audio balance wasn't the best then. It's still not now, but it certainly wasn't then. Listen to what happened, because during that situation, Bunny Chan was being an absolute freak, and at one point decided to sexually harass me. And I'm not using that in like the started talking about how they want to undress in front of me, how they want to have sex with me, and how I should want to have sex with them. A whole slew of nonsense.
And I would assume that you instantly shut that down.
I just started making fun of them for it, to be honest with you, because what they like to do is they'll do unhinged things and then blame it on somebody else. They do my dad works at Microsoft nonsense. So I put out a video, but it wasn't my video. It was my friend, my editor, whose opinion that was. My editor who can't talk because they don't have a bottom jaw. The person who harassed you sexually in the DMs, that wasn't me. That was my partner, who's magically not here. Oh, and I'm going to delete all the messages before you can catalog all of them. And they admit they did that. Like, that's on the first video. Like, the evidence for that's pretty plain. And then in the second call, they're obviously trying to jump away from it when I literally produce, hey, here's where you admitted to it. Here's where you admitted to deleting the messages where you sexually harassed me. And again, the call that you saw, not an accountability call. I was very clear about that.
They came to y'all. Like, from what she was saying, she came to you guys. Like,
it was also really funny that it wasn't to apologize.
Well, I'm saying that's what she said.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, anybody claiming that accountability call happens in Putopia, that's amazing. That's the worst place to try to do one.
So, who coordinated it for it to be in Pooh's server? Was that, like, did they join Pooh's server and, like, that got your attention, or what?
No, what happened was she joined Vlad's server. and started spamming Vlad to get me in call.
Okay. And are there logs of that saved?
I think Vlad might have them, but the problem.
I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm just saying like that kind of.
I think I have one. I think I have one piece. Give me a second. I think I have one piece of him mentioning it. Just uno momento, my man. Brian Flynn. Where did I put the Bunny Chan stuff? I just had it on stream, so you would think it'd be easier for me to find.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. Okay, so it's not there.
So, why you look for that? I guess I'll ask though. Why didn't?
Here it is.
I guess just well before you get in that, I guess a question I have: why didn't you? I guess on a base level, just like I would say, not to lie, but like just take quote unquote take their apologies so they leave the fuck alone, you know? Because it seems like they're still harassing you on
because it's not about because it's not about an apology.
So they just
they didn't come to actually apologize, and if you
well, they want the video taken down. From what I heard, yeah, they're saying
that's why. And the video's not coming down, so she never would have left me alone, even if I accepted the apology.
Yeah. So that's fair, I suppose.
Which was her entire point. So there's a section of that because she's like, I'm not pissed at Lio, it's Patrick, which is something else she made up because she knew that I had an altercation with some weirdo named Conundrum, and what she does is she makes up things to try to insert herself into things. Well, I had an interaction with Conundrum. No, she didn't. Like, if you go look at the stream I did about her, she does an entire song and dance about how I destroyed her investigation on somebody who hacked her phone. Never happened. Never was an investigation. Certainly didn't interact with it. And I'll send you these as well. Here's just a small spattering of the absurd messages she would send me on different platforms with different accounts.
Yeah, I'll pull up at this.
After this
match. I'm a terrible interviewer, man.
You don't have to do it right now. This is like for your logs for later because I don't know how well it's going to show up on screen when you look at the stream. So just in case you need them, there's that. If Bunny Chan had just gone away and pissed off, you would not be here. But they don't. Instead, they obsess. They hop on multiple alts. They come at me from different directions. And they just will not go away. And this is one of those situations where if I was dealing with a normal person, yeah, block button be easy, but I'm not dealing with a normal person. I'm dealing with an obsessive
because they're making
weirdo.
Like 20 different accounts. So I guess,
in fact, in Bootopia alone, they had at least 12.
So to follow up with that, I mean, I know we do not negotiate with terrorists, you know, but what is stopping you from just taking the video down and like being like, oh, I accept your apology? I understand that's like conceding the point. Like they're a freak, you want that to be known, and you wouldn't want to take that down. But at this point, if they're like this adamant on like harassing you, pretty much, what is stopping you from doing that? Just so they'll stop.
Just the fact principle? That I don't capitulate to principle, and again, I think about this beyond the scope of what affects me. If I do that, if I capitulate to that, what does it teach Bunny Chan?
I wouldn't say anything, but I think. They're cognitive. No, I'm saying if you take it down. Well, yeah, it teaches them they can get away with stuff. Sure, but I don't think their cognitive ability, like that's been shown, like I don't think they would change either way, regardless of whichever outcome you choose to go with. You know what I mean?
No, I think that if I were to take it down, she would immediately understand that that means if she can do awful things and if she harasses somebody enough, she doesn't have to have it out in public. And I refuse to let that happen. She can. I'll put it this way. If, like, I die tomorrow, I don't want that video going anywhere. It stays there. Yeah. Just like all the other content where I've called out somebody factually, or I haven't been horrifically wrong about something or lied to, it stays up on the channel.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what happens going forward. That's been my consistent standard.
Okay. I mean, and I understand that. I understand the principle of it. I think it's just more so of, like, in fact, this is shown to be someone that's not going to stop. They're not doing anything illegal, so you can't make them stop. And if you do get like an account banned or whatever, they're just going to make it, you know.
Yep.
So it's more so just like,
here's the thing.
Is the heartache and the headache worth it? You know, or not really heartache, just headache.
I mean, it would happen regardless. But here's the thing. There's one caveat. There's only one circumstance wherein I would have taken that video down. So you'll notice in the call I had with her that you listened to, I asked her age 2 or 3 times, right?
Asked her what? Specifically?
I asked her age her age 2 or 3 times, right?
So how old is Bunny Shop?
They have claimed to be 24, 25, and 27. Now, the reason I asked their age is because if she had at any point... Now, she might try to do it now when she eventually hears this. Which at that point, I'm just going to assume she's lying, unfortunately. If at any point she had told me she was a minor, then that video would have gone down.
Okay, so do you believe that she might be a minor?
I don't know. I highly doubt it based on the other data I have about her and the other people she's dealt with that have come forward about her. I do believe she is an adult, but I'm telling you in terms of my personal standards, if I had found out she was a kid, that video would have gone down immediately.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like, for example, I was in a call last year with some of the SEC people, which I don't know how much you looked into the community, but they're
no idea.
Very soft. They're very soft individuals in the worst way in some cases. And I was tearing into somebody in that area because they were being very foolish. And one of the members showed up and they were trying to debate me on it. And they said something dumb. And I said, "Do you have any idea how childish that mentality is? That's a mindset of a child."
Oh,
and their response to me was, "Yeah, they're like, I am a child." And I just, my brain reset. I'm like, well, you got me there. Literally, I just said it. Well, you got me there. And I'm like, can you please not let children, I don't want to yell at children. Can we not, please?
Yeah, I think it was.
Then later on, I got called a whore. That was really funny.
A whore?
Let me pull up the sound clip. It's amazing. It said unironically. It's great. It's one of my favorites. Where is it? Ah, here it is.
You shut your whore mouth!
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say, I don't think they're explicitly calling you a whore. I think just more so just a common saying, but...
Oh, no, this was intentional.
Was that the child, or was that like...
That was Doodle Tones' partner at the time.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of Doodle Tones. I just don't know them.
Yeah, good luck. It's a rabbit hole that is deep and terrible.
You see, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's fair on the Bunny Chun stuff. I just think that there's details that, like, the vast majority doesn't know, because, like, Bunny Chun's
if they actually paid attention and looked on the channel, they'd find it.
Well, yeah, but then you have to watch a long stream and everything about it. I feel like if you condensed it at any point, then I feel like people would be more understanding. But it's still, like, the base criticism of, you know, again, this is a mentally retarded person.
Control the hard point.
You know? I don't inherently lump together people who are insane with, like, mental disability. Sometimes people are insane to the maliciousness of things, as opposed to, like, I have a disability and I can't control how I act. It's, I'm going to be awful because I choose to be awful.
I mean, I think there's a line of, like, their fucking ability to decide what's right and what's wrong is just twisted anyways. Yes, I think either way, like, retarded or not, it is still inherently wrong, right? But I think there is, not sympathy, but a part of, like, understanding, like, the kind of person you're dealing with.
I do try my best, despite what people think, to be as sympathetic and understanding of things people can't control. But these people, I know they can because I've seen them do it to others. I've seen, because part of the problem is, when you have somebody react that negatively to that being put out, they're doing that because they know what they've done is wrong, and they just don't want people knowing. That's a cognitive understanding of right and wrong.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But no, I would say I understand. I think you've explained pretty well the Bunny Chan stuff. So, I think not really last, but, like, if we're gonna keep, like, if we have more to yap about after this, then I'm down to keep yapping. But the fucking stuff with Goat, because I do want to touch on that. I don't know.
Not talking about that one.
You have talked about it?
No, I'm not talking about it.
You're not going to talk about it? Do you mind if I ask, like, one question about it and you can decide if you answer or not?
I would rather not talk about it because number one, it's not even my rodeo, and secondly, one moment, just give me a second here.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when I asked you about it, like, it seemed like you didn't want to be involved with it because you just sent me, like, the stream. So, like, I understand that. I'm not wanting
I wanted to give you direct information.
Listen, I only have one question. It's not like to blame you. It was just a little question about it. About, I guess, involvement with it, but again, you weren't fully involved with it.
Check your DMs.
Alright, 1 second.
We control the hard point.
Can you elaborate
That's
on like the keyword in that?
What?
Here, yeah, that's the word I want you to fucking, what's it called? Elaborate more on. Like the use of that word. Is it just because they're young, or what?
No, I just gave you the information.
Oh, that. Well,
like that entire thing. The entire thing's a mess, dude. Yeah. I am not talking about it.
Yeah, no. I think overall, broad community, no one is criticizing the take for that. I think it's more so, like, again, the fallout of like that one specific situation.
How about you type out your question, and I'll let you know if I'm going to answer it. How about that one?
Here, let me leave my lobby I'm in. Alright.
Got to multitask.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done playing the game now, don't worry. Because I feel like my question is very disassociated overall with the thing you don't want to talk about.
Huh?
So, is that something you're fine talking about?
Beginning.
Because
we can talk about this more off record or offline, because I think there's some things you're not really understanding here, but we can do that offline, because this is not something that I'm going to discuss publicly.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to press you on it. So if you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. So, no, because that was just, I would say, the only...
Rip nut, he muted.
I didn't mute. Oh. I forgot my fucking push to talk, or push to mute button. is the question mark key, so my bad. No, but yeah, I think that's fine. I think that base level, just because it's so disassociated from the thing you don't want to talk about, but if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I just think
I actually do need to finish up something. I need to finish up something and head to bed. I gotta be up at 3, so you know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. I said, yeah, if you want to talk about that more offline, then I'm down. Because again, I don't think it's as heavy, because it's not inherently including the.
You'd be surprised. We'll get into that later. All right, you can qualify later, but I will say before I go, Midge Maddox a moron if he thinks that any moderation between OpBlock, Pootopia, and Cat Slayer is shared. Like, good God, get a brain. But you have a good night, I'm not glad to be here. Take it easy, man.
Yep, bye-bye. Walking away from that, I think it was worthwhile conversation for the first 2 topics, that being, what is it? Fucking Bean Sky stuff, the fucking, and the, what's it called? The other person, fucking Bunny. I think, yeah. Like right now, I'm not going to bring up what I asked. That can be for later. Do I have a server? No. We're just call. I'm gonna call him again. So y'all didn't really miss much. I'm not saying it wasn't worthwhile, but again, it was part of 2 things. I think what the call was only for. Let me see. 29 minutes. I was playing COD. He's like, yeah, I asked him if he wanted to call in. I was in the middle of the match, so. Let's see. What am I doing? Whatever. Rating. Speed on live. I think he came on the stream for a reason. I don't think he's inherently running. Yo, scared him. God. Again, I was gonna talk about like the internet adjacent stuff, but like I was playing COD, man. I rage quit off League of Legends and then live into his stream, and he was down to come on. So at least he came on. I'll ask him why. I think it'd be worthwhile. I think that he thinks Aiden is inherently bad faith. I don't think Aiden is, but Aiden will press on like harder topics. No, he did say at the beginning of the call, Midge, that he wasn't gonna be alone. So I will give him that. No. Pinch has no idea what the fuck's going on. I said, like, Lio knows I don't like some of the things he's done, but I think he understands. I'm not gonna sit here and just like holler at him, saying he's a piece of shit, X, Y, Z. So, Green was in here, man. Green was in here. What's my BMI? I don't fucking know. I'm 5'8", 160.
Hard point. Secure the objective.
Enemy signature.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point. We control the hard point.
I finally get a retard
Hostiles
lobby.
have the hard point.
At some point I'll ask him, like, I think one of the funny things I should have asked that I had on my mind, but honestly probably Call of Duty. I wish I would have asked just because it's been more funny thing is like, why do they not say retard? Or like, because his community gets so offended at the word retard, right? To my knowledge, like he's you know trying to stop saying the word, which is good, I guess. If his community doesn't like it and all that, then good on him. It's there and try to better himself for his community. But then like it is crazy to then go around like in detail telling people to like kill themselves and everything. I think that is a little silly. Not contradictory because it's in two different realms of thought. Okay, I'm just. But I still think it is funny. Oh, there's a little turret.
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
Did you say yes? I should let y'all know. I was in a call with him. I would have more to ask.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified.
But you really didn't miss anything. Talking about the Bunny Chan stuff and Beanskis. His stance on Beanskis is that Beanskis is a little manipulator. He only ever talked to Beanskis once, so, or Beanskies. I think Beanskis is a little bit better. He said he had only ever talked to Beanskis once. Yeah. No, yeah, the reasoning for that. I mean, to be fair, Midge, he did comment on the stuff. Some of that shit. The stuff with Beanskis and, what's it called? Bunny Chan. Like, he elaborated on it more. Instead of having to go watch, like, a 2-hour stream. Or, like, an hour-and-a-half long video of Hiddens talking about Beanskis and then fucking... whatever. However long Lio's fucking stream on, what's... fucking Bunny Chan is, or video. I don't know if he made a video or stream about.
Be aware, enemy HKD drop detected. Hardpoint is active.
So,
Hardpoint locked down.
but yeah, Beanskis, he said that he only ever talked to Beanskis once, and it was more so to figure out, like, what the fuck's going on. And then for Bunny Chan, it was more of like Bunny Chan, I was here, I believe. So, well, him and I only talked for like 30 minutes. So, for the Bunny Chan stuff, he claims that Bunny Chan, like, would sexually harass him, like, talked about in DMs how she wanted to, like, undress in front of him and all that. I don't know. But was, like, saying, like, sexually provocative things. So.
Enemy UAV detected. Identified.
And then the stuff with Bunny seems a little deeper, but not crazy deep. Like, I looking at it more, I would say I don't believe Bunny's the victim, or a victim in that. I think Lio still... So, the reason for that, and he brought it up, is that... And we've seen it on Twitter, to be fair, if you've seen Lio's, like, schizo posting. Bunny makes, like, alts every day to interact with Lio. And then with the... Even in Gilded Pooh's server, he said that Bunny had, like, 10 different accounts that got into Gilded server, to, like, get that call. So he said he has blocked them, but obviously if they're making, like, 20 different accounts, it's kind of hard to just keep blocking. Or it's kind of hard to not just see it or interact with them. So, he said that the only reason Bunny came in to apologize in that video, or in that call, was because they want the video taken down. And on principle, he believed that if he was to take it down, it would, just teach Bunny Chan that there's no, like, repercussions to their act. Which is, like, fair, I suppose. I don't know. Like, the situation just seems gay. They should just 1v1 me on Black Ops 7. But, what else is there? There's the fucking... Yeah, the Bean Sky stuff. Yeah, I mean, it is gay, but... Oh, I just got one tapped. The Bean Sky stuff, he's saying, Beanskis is manipulative, was doing, like, the whole... Why did it warrant that reaction? To my knowledge, the Bunny Chan stuff has been around. Basically didn't take down the video, just the explanation seems good. Dude, just delete the dog shit game immediately. Get a refund, man. Yeah, I'm talking to chat. He said if Bunny was a minor, he would have taken out the video, which is why he kept pressing it. Yeah, because he said Bunny said that... Dude, I keep getting blown up. He said that Bunny... Because Bunny is always like, dude, what the fuck, man? We're leaving this match, dude. Which, for Beanskis or fucking... what's it called? Bunny. In terms of video being made. I got touched. They were fucking touching me with those little drones, man. I just prestige too, so I'm kind of like, who is it? David gets the skin, right? Yeah.
Legacy means nothing if it dies with you.
Alright, cool. Oh, plus, I like this map. If it wasn't at like a 30-degree angle, it'd be a really good map. So is Bunny still like making all surrounds Lio, and that's why he crashed out? So that call is from May. And from what I've seen on Twitter, there's people that he believes, and I've seen him like reply to people calling them Bunny. So I don't know if he has any validity of those accounts being Bunny Chan alts, or if he just believes they are because of the stuff they're saying. But I can say on Twitter, since that call, I've seen him call people out as Bunny Chan. Again, I don't know if he's like schizophrenic about it now, or if there's like genuine, not proof, but validity to his claims of like those accounts being Bunny Chan. That I don't know why I thought I had stims. I hate that I'm happy I prestiged because I like the skin, but at the same time, man, holy shit, I hate not having stims. There's a guy pushing this way. There it was. So, but that call's from May, and he, like, I think that was like the peak of the Bunny Chan stuff. I'll have to look and see when he uploaded his video about her. Oh, you want to get naded? Run across my grenade, go, go, go. Oh, you bastard. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know too much about that lore. But if you're gonna go through something like that, that'd probably be pretty nice fun too. Yeah, I'm not sweeping. I'm not sweeping for Lio. I'm not sweeping. I just believe that if there is, like, validity to what he says, and he sent me screenshots, I'll show him for this match.
Enemy UAV detected.
I think he said I can show him. The goat stuff, I'm gonna press some more on DMs, see, like, what comments he's fine, like, you know, being public. I don't know why he's dodging it. I will question that more openly, of, like, why the fuck are you, like, questioning it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's watching the stream still, so I don't know if he's hearing me say it, but I do think it is weird he is still dodging the... not dodging it, but I guess it wouldn't be dodging. Why he's just not even addressing the goat stuff.
Hardpoint located.
I'm about to get fucking domed. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm playing in the lobbies that have, like, no skill-based, or, like, not limited skill-based matchmaking, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm just not getting, like, pissed players. Like a fucking knife this. Yeah. Give me I'm getting farmed. Here. Terrible streamer. I'm a terrible streamer. Alright. Cow. Like, he greenlit it. It's his circus. It's really fucking annoying that he said it's not his circus when the entire hidden shit happened within Cat Slayer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's dodging it again. I'll press him more about it. This is supposed to be the DMs of them trying to, like, get Lio into a call. So, to the semantics of it that we know, even on Hidden stage that was recorded, he does say, I've been looking into this for, like, a week. Like, he does admit that he was aware of it since its conception. Or not since its conception, but for at least, we know the document was about 2 weeks in the making, and I think he said that he had been looking at it for, like, a little over a week. So, close to its inception. So I don't know. Like, there's semantics to it that, like, are the reason he doesn't want to get into it, so I'll respect that. And as we can talk with him, and I will talk offline about it. I'm not super pressed about it. So the DMs that Bunny sent to Pooh was trying to get Lio to call. And fucking Bunny just say, I'm not pissed at Lio, I'm mad at Patrick. And then fucking double text, be like, oh, is Lio gonna be long? Um, uh, so this is okay. Okay, we will I will be showing this. I will be showing these images. Okay. I will not be leaking the Lio DMs. Okay. Um let's see. What okay. I think this is fine. What was this shit on people? So, to my knowledge, with that call, fucking Bunny was bugging Pooh and a lot of other people to get Lion into a call because Bunny just wants to apologize. But however, it is clear here that that was not the intent. So Bunny actually, he sent me these screenshots. These are Bunny on multiple different alt accounts, some now deleted. Messaging Lio again, like saying, take down the video, stop trying to look into me and my family, which Lio wasn't doing any of that. I don't know if any of his kittens were, but to my knowledge, Lio has not been looking into this person. Now, I don't know, like maybe his kittens were, was he having his kittens look into them for him? I can ask. But yeah, let me show this real quick. So, this is like the first screenshot. Like y'all can pause, look through them yourself. This one's like, stop looking at me and my family. This is January of this year. Fucking January 14th. Wait. So 25th, 14, 23 March. So some of these like lead up to that call. I don't know when this was. So about our split personality. So yeah, this is them going on alts, fucking messaging him. Obviously he replies. But again, even on these alts, the main thing is, I think it's this one. Take down the video. I tell you to take down the video, I gave you a chance to redeem yourself. So I can agree with him that it is not genuine. Y'all can rewind at any point because I'm gonna end soon. And pause, whatever. I'll leave this unlisted. I'll link it. But it does show that their intention is to have Lio just take down the video. So how will I not salvage his reputation now? What I do? I mean, Lio was fine with me showing these. I don't know. I said I would show them on streams. You have to show them right now. I didn't leak any other DMs. I showed screenshots. Like notes. Midge, why did you send that 20 times? It's like 5 times, but still. Hello. Midge, I'm about to time you out, dude. You keep sitting it. Stop. But yeah, this person clearly isn't mentally all there. Some sort of, and I seeing those screenshots, and I'm sure there's more, because those are from like January and March. I think Lio's claim that this person is more psychotic than they are fucking like mentally retarded, and it might have some validity to it. Okay, I'm not gonna downplay his claim. This person seems crazy. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You can say it again. That's fine. But no, that is absurd. So I will lean towards Lio's side for that. Now with the Bean Sky stuff, I think the stuff that Hidden presented in her video, I still have a hard time believing that Bean fucking manipulated people. Maybe in the end he did, but I think early on, like, there's people who were just kind of shitting on him. And I think it's fair how he reacted. He's definitely a young guy. Is when he talked to Aiden, very timid, little scared little fella. So I don't believe in the beginning any of his intentions were genuinely bad. But when you have like a circle of people that keep calling you a animal abuser, you're mistreating your pet, I think it's reasonable that he became like, you know, mad at them and just started fucking being like bad faith, as they would say. So that's the way I see it. But maybe he'll be open to another call. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? If I stream earlier tomorrow before he has to get off, who knows? But yeah. I would like more details on the Bean Sky stuff, though. I think that's stuff I like, and then the goat stuff I'll press more on in private and see what he is like fine publicly talking about. Exactly. So, I mean, again, I'm happy you hopped in the call, though. I think that again, him and I fucking, this guy has to wake up at 3 in the morning. Odd. Who, Lio? Is that what he said? No, he said he had some stuff to do before going to bed. What's he? He's like in Texas, isn't he? So it's like, what, 10 p.m. there? No. Cannot be in chat without being bullied. W Mitch. Yeah, I'll blame Gamma too. Fuck. Snark Gamma. Like, if there's anything I should ask him, I'll see if he'll be down to call tomorrow and continue this conversation on the other topics. Again, I will say, I think it is silly to compare the, what's it called? The fucking Bunny Chan call to the Rosa call. I think they're two completely different things. I think that Rosa, that whole situation, that relationship between her and Lio was like kind of established, so it made that call a little more hateful and showed like it was just bullying, right? But I think with Bunny, it showed like Bunny has been harassing Lio, going on alts, spamming him, and it to the point where he can't ignore it. So I think him making the video about the person, despite from what I know of them being like a glup shitto chatter, I think it's understandable to do that to bring awareness. And then they continue to do the same thing that Lio talked about. I don't know if he has proof of the like sexual harassment stuff, of them sending like provocative messages. But, you know, again, with the Bunny stuff, I can't say it's as terrible as the Rosa call. I do think it is funny, and I say at the beginning of the call that he finds himself talking to retards a lot. They're his villains, you know, his enemies are retards. So he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't pick my villains. So that's fair. Whatever. Okay. If y'all have questions you want me to ask him, let me know. Fucking, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. I do gotta go. But if I call him again, like as long as it's not too fucking crazy to where like it's gonna kill any sort of conversation, then like I'll ask it. I'm not saying I'm gonna like go easy on him. I'll ask him easy questions. However, I think there's a balance to where some questions are inherently just bad faith, and like no disrespect to Lio, but he's shown that if you are coming at him with just bad faith questions, he will leave. Okay. I think that is apparent for when yeah, ask him why he keeps giving these people attention. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I don't think that's a bad faith question. But yeah, I think that, like, that's apparent though from the Perry call when Perry joined the Uplock server to what's it called? Talk to Lio in that video. Perry just kind of kept hammering in you're a pedophile groomer XYZ. There's nothing shown that Lio's a pedophile. I will say that. I will say that Lio, from what he's told me, and I have to go off his word on it, he did not groom fucking what's her name? Jordan. Because from what he's told me, and he's leaked the DMs of that conversation anyways, so I'm fine saying that, like, his answer again was that, like, hey, I'm not the one who came up with the idea of the found family stuff after they turned 18. Like, he wasn't the one that posed the question. So, no, I'm saying he's not a pedophile. Just Perry saying that was, I mean, it's funny. Like, the content Perry made out of it was really funny, but I think that, like, Lio running instantly from that is understandable. I get it. But I would like to see Lio talk to more of his, like, haters or detractors more. So, because I would say I'm not neutral. I'm more leaning on the hater side, but we're still very cordial. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll try to give him another call. We'll see how it goes. I'm not against it. I don't feel like he's against it. So, but anyways, I go now. Bye bye. As I'll leave this privated, so if anybody wants to pick apart what he said or whatever.